Wednesday, January 3rd, 2018, Monaco 64, home of alternative economics and contrarian views. So it's about 10 to 10 a.m. London. Markets are fairly quiet. So what do I take from the first day of trading in traditional markets yesterday? Well, what I'm taking is that the dollar is due south. And the policy of the powers that be, at least in the U.S., is to continue to devalue their currency at the expense of the general public, but for the benefit of those who have quite a lot of assets, like in the stock market, pension funds, and the 1%, basically. So yesterday, let's see, we started out quite well. The Dow was up 105 points, 0.5%. S&P up 22 points, 0.8%. The NASDAQ, tech-heavy NASDAQ, was up 103 points, finished above 7,000, up 1.5%. Bond markets did go down a bit, but interest rates are still pretty much under control. We're at 2.47% right now. When the year started, it was around 2.42. Dollar index, though, looking here, we've broken some key technical levels. I've been looking at a head and shoulder that's been forming since September, and it looks like the dollar is headed lower to test the low of last year, which was 91.01 in September. Right now, we're at 91.94. Yesterday, we traded down to 91.75. Right. Today we're corrected back up a little bit. It's 91.94. So I think it's going to continue dollar weakness. As I said in previous videos, the king of debt, President Trump, is going to make the dollar worth less, because that's the only way to carry a bigger and ever increasing debt burden for the country. And why is that? How does a weaker dollar do that? Well, because the national debt and all that, the flip side of that is the dollar. The dollar is backed by debt. So naturally, if the debt is worth less, when Americans export abroad and get payments in foreign currencies, they're going to get more dollars, which will help them carry that debt. So that's why I say, you know, the less worth the dollar is, the easier it is to pay off the debt. What you don't want is a strong dollar that's very deflationary in a very difficult situation. And it looks for now that President Trump is going to be just like all the other presidents before him. Bigger government, bigger spending, bigger debts, bigger deficits. But somehow he's going to make America great again. Figure it out. Anyway, what's happening this morning? Gold, of course, did very well yesterday. We got up to a high around 1320 after the COMEX close. And when it reopened overnight, we got up to 1321.80. And then it actually came down quite, well, about $10. Some people might say, oh, the cartel came in. But I would say it's more of a correction this time, only because if the cartel really wanted to come in and do some damage, they probably would have taken it below 1300. I actually had 1311 as a 61.8 retracement Fibonacci level from the high we had in September at 1355, and from the low we had recently at 1236 roughly in December. That's the 61.8% retracement, which we've broken above. So right now gold is at 1314. So it hit right that Fibonacci level and it's bounced back. Does that mean gold is out of the woods? Has the cartel lost, or have they switched sides and going long? I don't know, but we just need to keep an eye on it. I'm not privy to what these guys do. I just try to watch the price. Silver traded down to 1702 and is now 1710. So yeah, there was a little bit of a mini raid on the precious metals, but they're hanging fairly tough, I would say. So the Dow still up 20 points, 24,840. S&P up 1.5 points, 26.97. The NASDAQ up another 10, 65.18. So as I said, the currencies are fairly quiet. The euro is a little weaker. It's at 120.40, down 0.15%. And the pound is basically unchanged at 135.90. Japanese yen, the dollar is unchanged against the yen at 112.30. Notice the dollar is weaker against the yuan, only marginally though, 0.06%. Crude oil still above the WTI, it's still above 60 at 60.50. So what else is going on? Well, the cryptocurrency markets. Bitcoin, yeah, started out a little bit behind Ethereum yesterday, but now it's caught up and it's up around 15,000. Is the correction over? I don't know. I think we could consolidate it a little longer, go up and down, up and down. It's going to take a little longer to go back up, I think, to test the highs than people expect. There's a lot of action in the other coins, the altcoins, Ethereum. Ethereum is doing fairly well. It's at 870 right now. The high is 886 the last 24 hours. I've noticed Steam has done very well. And when I talk about Steam, I'm not encouraging or advising people to buy it or anything, because I've never bought Steam except once. All the Steam I've ever earned is through my videos that I post and also articles I write on Steemit. So Steam's trading at 683. It's been as high as 784, so it's quite volatile. What else? Well, let's see the headlines on Zero Hedge. There's a lot going on, in my opinion, geopolitically. I haven't spoken about that, the situation in Iran, and there's an article which says, and I don't tend to disagree, it says U.S. empire running the same script with Iran that it ran with Libya and Syria. And what does that mean? Well, I think they're trying to disrupt the regime there. They know it's very difficult to invade or attack Iran. And you've probably heard there's been demonstrations, riots in Iran the last week or so. And I wouldn't put it past, the shadow government or the deep state to be doing that. Is President Trump involved? Probably. So things not looking great geopolitically. Might be one of the reasons why gold is doing well. I think the last time there was a crisis with Iran was back in 1979, the Iranian Revolution. And look what happened to gold. It went from 400 in November 1979 to 887.50, 20th of January 1980, during the Iranian hostage crisis. Other headlines, it says Eurasia Group warns a major geopolitical crisis may be coming in 2018. Eurasia's Ian Bremmer. I saw yesterday as well that President Putin is condemning interference in Iran as well. So it's almost like a proxy between the West and China and Russia, I would say, what's happening in Iran. So that's it for this morning. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. I'm also on Steemit.com. So if you haven't been to Steemit, go there and watch my video there. You can comment on it and actually earn Steem from commenting. You can also sign up and post things and earn Steem. It's basically a social media platform on the blockchain, and they even have a video part which is called DTube, which is also on the blockchain, where all my videos go as well. So yeah, I'll talk to you later. Bye.